Disclaimer: this video is AI generated for infotainment only. Data sourced from the internet. AI may hallucinate. Verify all facts independently.
When a state government falls, it does not lose one minister, then another, then a third. It falls all at once. The entire council together in a single moment. Because every one of them is bound by a rule older than the republic itself. They work as a team. They answer as a team. They swim or they sink together. The chief minister is one person. But the real executive of a state is never one person. It is a team. Chapter 32. The State Council of Ministers. In the parliamentary design every Indian state follows. Real power does not sit with a single ruler. It sits with the Council of Ministers, headed by the Chief Minister. It is built exactly like the council at the center. The Constitution barely sketches it. 2 articles 163 and 164 lay down the bones, and the team does the rest. It is not a flat team. It comes in 3 ranks at the working level. Deputy ministers. Above them, ministers of state, sometimes holding charge of their own departments. At the top, the cabinet ministers, the ones who run the great departments of a state: home, finance, education. Sometimes for local political reasons, a deputy chief minister too. But the true center of power is smaller still. Inside the council sits the cabinet ministers alone. It is the real engine, the highest decision maker, the policy forge, the crisis manager. A small room where the state is actually run. Who gets in? The governor appoints the ministers, but only the ones the chief minister names. The chief minister builds the team. A person who is not yet a member of the legislature can still be brought in, but like the chief minister, they have just 6 months to win a seat, or they are out. Ahead, what this team is, how it is built, and the single rule that binds it together. Because a team this powerful needs one thing to hold it together. One rule. Part 2. Here is the rule. The foundation of the entire parliamentary system. Collective responsibility. The Constitution says it plainly. The Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the Legislative Assembly, which means they own everything jointly. Every decision, every success, every failure, together. They work as a team and they swim or sink as a team. So when the assembly passes a single vote of no confidence, it does not remove one minister. The whole council falls, every last one of them, including any minister drawn from the upper house. One vote. The entire government. It cuts inward too. Once the cabinet takes a decision, every minister is bound by it, even the ones who argued against it in the room. You may disagree in private, but in public, you defend it or you resign. There is no third option. Alongside that team rule runs a personal one. Individual responsibility. Each minister holds office during the pleasure of the governor, removable at any time. But here too, the governor does not act alone. A minister is dropped only on the chief minister's advice. It is how the chief minister keeps the team in line. There is a quiet shield around all of it. The courts cannot question the advice ministers give. Back in 1974, the Supreme Court settled what that means when the Constitution speaks of the governor's satisfaction. It is not the governor's personal will. It is the satisfaction of the council. The ministers advise the governor in the ordinary course, acts on it. But this team had a problem. For decades, it grew and grew and grew. States built what came to be called jumbo ministries, dozens upon dozens of ministers, not to govern better, but to reward loyalists and to buy wavering legislators with the price of office. A drain on the treasury and a tool for horse trading. So in 2003, the Constitution itself slammed 2 locks shut. The first, a hard ceiling. The whole council, the chief minister included, can never be more than 15% of the assembly. Never fewer than 12. The second, anyone thrown out for defection is barred from becoming a minister at all. 2 locks, one purpose. To end the era of the bloated, the bought and the jumbo government. So that is the engine room of the state. Not one ruler, but a team capped in size, bound by a single rule and answerable to the house as one body. They rise together. they fall together. Remember 3 things. The real executive is the council with the cabinet as its core. It is built by the chief minister and appointed through the governor. It lives and dies by collective responsibility capped since 2003 against its own excess. But this whole council answers to one place, the house that can pass that vote of no confidence, the house where the state's laws are actually made. Next time, chapter 33, the state legislature.